أتبع مين؟ أتبع كذب؟ أتبع مين؟ أتبع مين؟
Peace, mercy and blessings of Allah be upon you. This Lebanese woman was challenging Allah in front of thousands of Muslims in Lebanon. You won't believe what happened to her in the end. Glory be to Allah. But if you are a Muslim, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so that we can know the number of Muslims in this video. On our latest video, let's aim to hit a target of 4,000 likes on this video. Your support helps us to bring more in-depth content on these vital subjects. The story of the cursed woman who was challenging Allah in front of thousands of Muslims. This is a true story that happened in Lebanon. There was a Lebanese woman who lived in Lebanon and worked for an airline company. One day, a colleague at work admired her, proposed to her, and married her. This woman was married to a Muslim man. The husband used to pray every day and was committed to the teachings of the religion and the principles of Islam. The husband noticed that his wife did not pray and did not follow what Islam instructed her to do. However, the husband thought to himself that she would pray in the future. He believed that Islam is a religion of ease, not hardship, and that Islam is a religion of persuasion, not compulsion. That is, it is wrong to force someone into Islam. Rather, they should be convinced of it. Islam is the straight and correct religion, and anyone who searches and focuses on it will discover that it is the religion that makes a person's life healthy and correct, spiritually, physically, in dealings with others and in everything. The husband said, "I did not force her into anything she was not convinced of. I will only be patient with her, teach her the principles of the religion, and make her pray." The husband used to pray in front of her every day so that she would be convinced of Islam. Every day he would talk to her about Islam so that she would believe in it and pray. He would tell her about the punishment of those who abandon prayer and would narrate wonderful stories of the companions and the messenger. Peace and blessings be upon him, so that she would love Islam and accept it. But all these words were of no use to her. He kept trying to teach her Islam for a long time and was patient with her, but she was never convinced of Islam at all. She did not believe in any religion, not just Islam. Unfortunately, after marriage, the husband realized that he had been deceived by his wife. During this time, the woman felt severe pain in her abdomen, so she went to the doctor. After examination, it was revealed that she was 7 months pregnant. She was carrying a baby girl. Naturally, any husband who knows that a new child is coming feels joy. However, it was the opposite for this husband. When he found out that his wife was pregnant, he was deeply saddened because he was not optimistic about his wife. He had wanted to separate from her before a pregnancy occurred and before a child came into the picture. He wanted to end the relationship as it had started, without any children. The husband and wife returned home. The wife sensed that her husband was sad, so he told her that he did not want to continue this relationship and that he wanted to separate from her. He immediately divorced her, and they parted ways because she was an atheist, may Allah protect us, and she hated Islam. She hated any religion that was revealed from the heavens. Unfortunately, the husband only discovered this after marriage. That is why he left her, separated from her, and left the young child with her. This woman traveled to America with the little girl. She traveled to stay away from her husband so that he would not see his daughter. When she arrived in America, she worked for an airline company there. One day, she saw a colleague at work who was from an Arab country. He was a Muslim who prayed and continuously recited the Quran during work. At that time, it was the blessed month of Ramadan, so he would worship even during work hours. This woman worked with him in the same room. She would watch him as he recited the Quran and thought to herself, "What is this? I left my husband and traveled to America, yet Muslims keep appearing around me everywhere. What kind of bad luck is this?" She then saw the man praying, making supplications and saying, "O Allah, cure my son from his illness." She asked him, "What are you saying? Who will cure your son? Are you crazy? I have never seen God and you have never seen God. How will an unknown being whom you worship cure your son?" The man replied, "Fear Allah." "What are you saying? Seek refuge in Allah. My son is suffering from an illness, and I am praying for him. Humans are weak and have no power except with Allah. Allah is the only way to salvation in this world." She mocked him and said, "What are you talking about? Are you challenging me? You are praying for your son's recovery, and now I am praying for my daughter's destruction. I am praying for Allah to kill my daughter right now in our home. Oh Allah, kill my daughter now. Do you think my daughter will die? Of course not. She will not die because there is no God. All of this is nonsense. The man, shocked, responded, May Allah protect us. What are you saying? Why are you cursing your own daughter? I have never seen anyone in my life do what you are doing. We are in a sacred month, Ramadan, and you are praying against your own daughter. She defiantly replied, Are you challenging me? Are you challenging me? I got angry, so I prayed against my daughter. Nothing will happen to her, of course. I challenge God to do something to her. The man left the woman because she was extremely stubborn, and then she went away. The woman went home and entered through the door, only to face a terrifying shock. She saw her daughter lifeless while playing in her room. She saw her daughter lying on the floor with toys scattered around her. The woman screamed and wept bitterly. Then she suddenly fell silent and immediately said, I bear witness that Islam is the true religion, and I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his servant and messenger. The woman mourned her daughter for a long time. She resigned from her job, returned to Lebanon, and went back to her husband. She told him everything that had happened to her. Her husband said, This was Allah's punishment for you. First, because you challenged Allah Almighty, and second, because you wanted to take my daughter away from me. While crying, she replied, I admit the great mistake I made. I accept this punishment from Allah, and I hope that Allah will forgive me for the great sin I committed. I also hope that you will forgive me. Then the woman asked, Will you marry me again? The husband remained silent and wept bitterly. Then he said, I am not crying out of sadness for you. No, I am crying because I am very happy that you have returned to Islam. I am not saddened by the loss of my daughter because this was Allah's decree, and I accept it. I agree to marry you again. They went to the marriage registrar to remarry. She lived a happy life with him. This was the end of the story. The lesson from this story is that Islam is the true and righteous religion. Anyone who dares to challenge Allah or Islam will face a very harsh ending. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the truth of Islam and the consequences of arrogance and disbelief. It highlights that challenging Allah and denying His existence can lead to severe repercussions, as seen in the tragic fate of the woman's daughter. However, it also emphasizes Allah's mercy. Despite her past actions, when the woman sincerely repented and accepted Islam, she was given a new chance at life and happiness. The lesson from this story is clear. Islam is the true path, and those who oppose it or challenge Allah will face harsh consequences. At the same time, Allah's doors of forgiveness remain open for those who sincerely repent. This should inspire every believer to remain steadfast in faith and always turn back to Allah in humility and submission. May Allah guide us all on the right path and protect us from disbelief and arrogance. Thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.